Hi, this is Future Ted, and I'm here to tell you that this video that you're about to see was filmed about 6 months ago before I really started this vlog, and it was just supposed to be a practice. But the fact is that the information in there is all good, and even though I've upgraded my camera, my mic, and my lights, I still think that it's okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this up. You can read the entire recipe down below, gives you all the directions and things. And you'll notice when you read that and follow the video that I have modified it somewhat myself personally. But my suggestion would be for you to go ahead and make it like the recipe calls for down below, and then you can modify it in your subsequent making it. But I think you're going to find it easy and delicious. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And now let's cook. Hi there. You may not think of me as much of a cook, and there are people that think that. But in any case, today's video is going to be baking chicken. We'll see how I get through that. First thing is you need all the ingredients, and we're going to have that down below, and everything you need and the correct amounts. So I'm just going to walk through this, and you can see how I do it. You know, you can change it up a little bit of your own, of course, but let's see how we do. And you won't be able to smell it, but it smells great once it's all done. It tastes even better. So this is it's a really nice little recipe with Dijon mustard and herbs de Provence and shallots and potatoes, and everything you need again is going to be down below, so don't worry about that piece. Let's see how I do. Okay? All right. Okay, I think the first thing we need to do before we do anything else is to create a vinaigrette, because there's a very special vinaigrette with this particular recipe, and it just makes the whole thing. So let's start by creating the vinaigrette, and then we'll go through the rest of it step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix up a little bowl of everything that's not potatoes, shallots, or chicken, okay? So let's do that first. Okay, so the first thing we're going for are 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Just like that. The next thing we need is a tablespoon of olive oil. So we need some Dijon mustard. Pardon me, might you have any Grey Poupon? It calls for 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, but after cooking this quite a bit, I find that I like a little bit more Dijon than that. So I usually put in 3 teaspoons. Obviously, you can do it to taste. That's what cooking is all about, isn't it? Is doing it to taste. Next, the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. And, you know, I don't have any kosher salt, so I'm going to use Australia sea salt. I don't know why I said. So there's that. Okay. They want the same amount of pepper, so I'm just going to do this till it gets to where it looks like where I want it. Okay, and then the pièce de raison, what do they call it? Some herbs from Provence, or Provence, as the French like to call it. You know, I've been to France several times, and see, that says Provence for Americans, Provence for the French. There's also a town called what Westerners might call Provence, Provins. Great town if you ever get a chance to go there. But the French call it something else. Provence? I'm not sure. I don't remember. So anyway, then what you do is you whisk that up together and set it aside. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to whisk all this together, and then we'll put it aside. Okay, aside. Now comes one of the fun parts. I'm saying that sarcastically. The first thing we're going to do is peel the potatoes, and you need 3 nice gold Yukon, or Yukon Gold, I guess. Yeah, Yukon Gold potatoes. So that's where we're going to start. So now comes the main portion, the other main portion, of course, the potatoes and shallots being one. This is the chicken, and I usually put 6 chicken thighs. The recipe from where I got this says to leave the skin on, and I've done that. But in the issue of transparency, you should know I did cut off that gooey gunk that's on there, washed it, and I cut off excess skin. So now we'll put this on there, and then also we'll put it in the oven for 50 minutes. But before we do that, we're going to put some sprigs of thyme on there, which we'll take off before we serve it. So now comes putting the chicken on top of the potatoes and shallots. Usually 5 or 6. I usually put 6 pieces of chicken on here, but I only had 5 today. And before we put the sprigs of thyme on, you remember that Dijon vinaigrette that we created. Now we put that on there, just like this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I always like to spread it around to make sure every part of the chicken gets some of that on there. So we do that. And uncovered, we put it in the oven for 50 minutes. Got to put the sprigs of thyme on there. So yeah. There we go. Oh, look at that. I've got time on my hands. Okay, and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out in 50 minutes. And again, The recipe for this is down below. Hang in there. There you have it. Chicken with potatoes and shallots. Enjoy.